Every dream comes with a bill. That's a truth I learned early and learned well. Now, at first that idea sounds a little harsh, doesn't it? We love to dream. Oh, we're good at dreaming. Who hasn't sat back and pictured a bigger home, a better job, stronger relationships, more vibrant health? I know I have. The mind paints with a broad brush when it comes to imagination. But here's what most people never see: the invoice tucked underneath that dream. Every ambition carries with it a silent price tag. Sometimes it's stamped in bold letters, payable upon pursuit. Sometimes it's written in invisible ink and you only see it as you start to chase what you want. But rest assured, it's there. Now, nothing worthwhile is free. If it's free, it probably isn't worth much. There's always a trade. Maybe it's the hours you'll need to pour in after work while others are watching television. Maybe it's the weekends you'll exchange for early mornings. Maybe it's giving up the comfort of staying just as you are in order to become someone you're not yet. I remember a time, not so long ago, sitting in my apartment, thinking about all the things I wanted: financial freedom, influence, the ability to travel, to give, to build something meaningful. At first it was pleasant. The mind is a wonderful artist, but reality is a relentless accountant. The dreams looked wonderful until the bill arrived. Then came the question, am I willing to pay? That's the first step toward any meaningful goal. The sooner you accept the price, the sooner you can get busy paying it. Too many people try to shop for success on credit, hoping maybe the bill will never come. They want the joy, but not the journey. The trophy, but not the training. But every goal asks for payment, sometimes in discomfort, sometimes in sweat, sometimes in lonely hours where you wonder if it's all worth it. You see, the pain of discipline weighs ounces, but the pain of regret weighs tons. Better to pay as you go than to receive a bill you can't handle at the end. So, if you're dreaming tonight, good. Don't stop. Dream big. But don't be shocked when the bill shows up. In fact, expect it. Welcome it. Say to yourself, if there's a price for the life I want, show me the number. If it's time, I'll find it. If it's effort, I'll give it. If it's sacrifice, I'll make it. Because only then do you get to move from wishing to working, from someday to now. There's a reason some people seem to achieve so much with the same 24 hours that everyone else has. It's not because they're lucky. It's not because the bill is cheaper for them. It's because they saw the price early and decided to start paying. If you wait for the bill to shrink, you'll be waiting a long time. If you wish the cost away, you'll be wishing forever. But if you say, I accept the price, I'm ready to pay, then something magical happens. Life starts to open its doors. Not all at once, but just enough to show you that you're on the right path. Remember, the sooner you accept the price, the sooner you can start paying it. And the sooner you start paying, the sooner the dream moves from fantasy to fact. There's a law that governs all achievement, whether we acknowledge it or not. I call it the law of exchange. You can't get something for nothing. Now, I know that sounds simple, almost too simple, but it's amazing how many people overlook it, hoping life might make an exception for them. Think about it. Every advancement, every gain, every new chapter in your life begins with a trade. Success is built on the foundation of exchange. You trade comfort for progress. You trade leisure for learning. You trade old excuses for new discipline. The world asks, what do you have to offer? And only then does it consider what it will give you in return. Picture someone who wants a better physique. The wish is easy, but the price is set. Early mornings, changed routines, sometimes even saying no to another helping at dinner. Comfort is surrendered, but progress is gained. The couch or the track, you can't occupy both. Or maybe you want to build a business or climb higher in your career. You look at those who've built something special, and it's tempting to think they found a shortcut or a secret. But underneath the surface, every story's the same. They traded evenings and weekends, steady paychecks for risk, easy tasks for the challenge of leadership. The law of exchange cannot be bypassed. Sometimes the exchange is subtle. Instead of 1 more hour of television, 1 more hour with a book. Instead of scrolling, stretching your skills. Instead of talking about change, doing the work. And over time, these trades accumulate into a fortune of progress. But here's the powerful part. You get to decide what you're willing to exchange. That's your great privilege. Life will not force you. There's no auctioneer in the sky banging the gavel and demanding your offer. You write your own check for your own future. But if you're not happy with your present, it's probably because the exchange you've been making isn't big enough for the life you want. If you want more, you must give more. If you want different, you must trade something familiar for something new. This law is not punishment. It's the best deal you'll ever get. Because the world always gives back what you put in, multiplied. The person who gives discipline receives self-respect. The person who trades comfort for challenge receives growth. The one who swaps excuse for action receives progress. Years ago, I decided I was tired of trading my potential for my past. I'd been exchanging my time for very little return, and it finally dawned on me, if you want something you've never had, you have to exchange something you've always kept. So ask yourself tonight, what are you willing to give up to go up? What comfort will you trade for a cause? What habit will you exchange for a new result? The law of exchange says, show me what you'll give, and I'll show you what you can have. It's as reliable as gravity. Now, some people hope to get by on credit, effort tomorrow, reward today. But life's not a bank that gives out loans for dreams. You pay in advance. You pay with your willingness to let go of what's easy and grab hold of what's meaningful. So when you're ready for change, remember, the trade is yours to make. Success is always on the other side of the right exchange. You want to know what steals more dreams than failure ever could? The cost of waiting. Now, I don't mean waiting your turn in line or waiting for the coffee to brew. I mean the habit of putting off action, postponing decisions, and thinking that tomorrow is a better day to start paying the price. See, delay doesn't make the price go away. It adds interest. The bill for your dreams grows while you hesitate. Every day you wait to begin, the cost increases. Not just in lost time, but in lost momentum, lost confidence, lost opportunity. I meet people all the time who say, I'll start when things settle down. I'll begin when I feel ready. Just let me get through this busy season. And while they wait for the perfect moment, life keeps raising the price. The window of opportunity narrows. The energy needed to start grows heavier. The doubts get louder. It's like hoping a sale will come on what you want, but finding out the price went up overnight. There was a young man who wanted to write a book. He had a brilliant idea, a passion burning inside him. But every week he found a reason to delay. I need a little more research. I need just the right inspiration. Maybe next month, when things are less hectic. Weeks turned into months, months into years. The book never got written. Not because he wasn't capable, but because he waited too long to pay the price. And the price kept going up. Think about this. Procrastination doesn't just cost you time. It erodes your confidence. Every time you postpone, you send yourself a message that you're not ready. That doubt grows roots. It settles in and starts whispering, maybe you'll never be ready. The longer you wait, the heavier the burden becomes until the dream that once excited you now intimidates you. And what about the opportunities that simply expire? Not every chance lasts forever. Some doors close, never to open again. Some seasons of life once missed can't be recovered. The price of waiting is often the price of never. I learned this lesson in my own life. There were opportunities I let slip by because I told myself there would be a better time. Looking back, I realized the cost wasn't just the missed chance. It was the regret, the wondering, the knowledge that I could have if only I'd started sooner. Now, the good news is, the minute you start, you stop the interest from accumulating. The minute you pay even a small amount toward your goal, you interrupt the cycle of delay. You start reclaiming lost ground, and life begins to respond. Action is the great reducer of cost. Each step you take brings the bill back down to size. So if you find yourself waiting for courage, waiting for clarity, waiting for the perfect conditions, just remember, the meter is running. The price is climbing. Don't let the cost of waiting bankrupt your future. Take a step, no matter how small, and you'll discover that starting is half the battle. The world rewards those who pay early, who seize their moment. Don't let hesitation write the check. Your dreams can't cash. Begin today, before the price gets any higher. Tell me, when you make a large purchase, are you paying up front or paying later? A lot of stores have that option, right? Well, every goal gives you that option too. And while the cost is unavoidable, the method of payment makes all the difference in the world. You see, you either pay now with discipline or you pay later with regret. Those are the only two currencies on the table. The price of discipline is paid day by day, moment by moment, in those quiet acts of consistency. Sometimes it feels tedious, even uncomfortable. Waking up early, sticking to your commitments, saying no to distractions, practicing the fundamentals over and over again while nobody's watching. That's discipline's price tag. But here's what I discovered. Discipline buys freedom. Every difficult decision you make today opens up options tomorrow. Every temptation resisted now brings a future of satisfaction and self-respect. You buy the ability to choose your direction, to shape your destiny, to stand on the side of fulfillment rather than frustration. Now, what if you choose to delay, to skip the price of discipline, hoping life might forget to send the bill? Well, life keeps excellent records. The cost simply moves into another column. Regret. That one is sneaky. It doesn't show up immediately. At first, it seems like you got away with something. But over time, it grows and compounds. Regret buys frustration. It trades away potential. It sells your future back to comfort, but at a loss. It sneaks up in the quiet hours when you realize you could have, you should have, but you didn't. That's a hard bill to pay because it comes due when there's no time left to earn it back. I remember a time in my own life when I faced that very choice. There was a project, something meaningful, that would require weeks of early mornings, some new skills, and a few sacrifices along the way. For a moment, the idea of waiting, of postponing, sounded easy. But I'd learned my lesson by then. I chose to pay up front. Each day I chipped away at the task, sometimes excited, sometimes exhausted. And when it was finished, I looked back, grateful for the discipline that had purchased my sense of pride and satisfaction. Now, I've also met those who chose the other path. They deferred the cost, hoping it would disappear. But regret arrived, always heavier, always with interest.